Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Nur Faradina and the other two of my group members are Nur EIZATIE AQMAR and Nur FARZANA KAMILIA. We are from class BA 119 5D. Let's start off with the statutory protection for the collecting bank. This statutory is actually related to the case of Ladbroke & Co. versus Todd 1940. The duties of the banker relating to this case is to be indemnified for loss incurred when carrying out a service for a customer. Bank may be protected by being sued by its customer in case of mistakes, while the duties of customers is bound to exercise reasonable care when throwing or issuing checks to prevent the bank from being misled or mistaken.
Next is the court issue of Ladbroke against Todd. This issue is about the plaintiff had drawn a check and sent it to the payee by post. The letter was stolen and the thief took it to the defendant, which is a banker, and used it to open an account. In doing so, he forged the payee's endorsement. The defendant believed him to be the payee, and he was not introduced to the bank and no references were obtained. So the defendant opened the account and the check was specially cleared at the request of the thief, and he drew out the proceeds on the next day. On discovering the fraud, the plaintiff brought an action against the defendant for conversion, and one question raised was whether the account having been opened by payment in all the checks to be collected the defendant could be properly regarded as having received payment for a customer.
Since the account had already been opened when the check was collected, payment had been received for a customer. In this case, the drawer sent another check to the real payee and filed for his right as a holder of the stolen check. He brought an action against the banker to recover the check and money that was lost to the thief. As a banker, it was the general practice to obtain a satisfactory introduction or reference before opening an account. However, in this case, the banker had acted in a good faith, but it was clear that he had failed his duty by not making any attempts to preserve the interest of the true owner of the check, thus putting him beyond the protection of Section 82 of the 1882 Act. The banker would have been entitled to the protection but lost it due to his negligence for not obtaining an introducer. Lastly, the court has decided that there is a relationship between the banker and the customer as soon as the check was handed and not when it was paid. Thank you. That's all from us for the case of Ladbroke versus Todd.